Picture this. You're walking through a crowded train station and someone collapses just a few feet ahead of you. Dozens of people are around. Phones are up. Eyes flick toward the ground, then away. Almost nobody moves. More witnesses should mean more help, but the opposite is true, and it's been proven for over 50 years. The more people who see an emergency, the less likely any single one of them is to act. It isn't that people have gotten colder, something far older is running underneath the moment. In 1964, Kitty Genovese was murdered in New York while neighbors reportedly did nothing. The story was later found exaggerated, but it pushed two psychologists to test the question for real. Bibb Latané and John Darley sat people alone or in groups and pumped smoke into the room. Alone, most reported it within minutes. In groups instructed to stay calm, most sat there, eyes stinging, waiting for someone else to react first. This is the bystander effect, replicated for decades. And here's the strange part. People in crowds don't feel less alarmed. Their heart rate still climbs. What changes is the math underneath. Two things happen instantly. Diffusion of responsibility splits the duty to act among everyone watching, so it feels lighter on you. Pluralistic ignorance makes you read others' calm faces as proof nothing is wrong, while they read yours the same way. A room full of alarmed people can talk itself into stillness without a word. Why would evolution wire you to freeze exactly when you should move? It wouldn't. Not in the world that built you. For most of human history, you lived in a band of 25 to 150 people. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar's research suggests your brain's social wiring evolved to track a group exactly that size. Everyone knew your face. If someone collapsed, they knew who stood closest and remembered for years whether you moved. Helping wasn't generosity, it was currency, tracked in memory, repaid in meat shared during hard winters. That ledger only works at small scale. Drop it into a station of 30,000 strangers and it has nothing left to track. The effect isn't even constant. A 2011 review by psychologist Peter Fisher found that in obvious danger, the bystander effect nearly disappears, and people help anyway. It's the ambiguous moments, the maybe sleeping stranger, the maybe argument where the old tribal wiring gets confused most. You feel this far from any train station. A message sits unread because you assume someone else will answer. A friend's post sounds like a cry for help, and you wait for someone else to comment first. The crowd just moved online and grew 1,000 times larger, so the diffusion runs even deeper. But there's a fix, and it's simple. Studies on emergency response keep finding the same thing. Don't ask the crowd. Point at one person. Name them. You in the red jacket call an ambulance. The diffusion collapses. The second responsibility has one named target again, exactly like it did for 100,000 years before crowds existed. It was never about becoming braver. It was about shrinking the crowd back down to the size your brain already knows how to act inside. So picture that station again. Someone collapses. Phones rise, eyes flick, nobody moves first. This time you know what's happening underneath the stillness. So you stop dividing the moment, you look at one person and you give the responsibility a name. And just like that, the tribe is small enough again for someone to finally move.